Question regarding BSF is involved a lot.
BSF
जी
वो एक्स आर्मी वाला है।
जी
डेट
2nd of September.
Yes, additional
Lordship, I'm relying on this judgment passed by the Madras bench.
So I'm relying on 3 judgments, but the query of my lord is that whether you have got any instructions or not.
Yes, Lordship, I have.
ठीक किया था
Lordship,
Because
में स्टैंड लिया था आपने R2
because I am relying on several judgments.
Lordship, may kindly peruse paragraph number 5 and 8 of this judgment.
No, my lord, then my one submission is my relevant friend is directly going to the judgment. Then I'll quickly recapitulate the facts and then I'll rely on judgments and then you can count.
Lordship, the entire controversy is covered in this case. Whether the person retired from BSF can be called as an ex-serviceman or not. So I'm relying on the rules also, and on this on the basis of that rules, this judgment was passed, wherein this controversy has been made clear, Lordship.
So very well, my lord, then my lord may grant me 5 minutes. I'll just make my submission and then my relevant friend can meet those out.
Lordship. Paragraph number 5, 8, if your Lordships are pursuing this, using this order.
Yes, Mr. Tiwari.
Yes. My lord, the facts of the case in short on that follow. On 30th
ये मद्रास का है
Yes, Lordship, Division Bench of Madras.
no judgment by Supreme Court.
Lordship, I could not lay my hand on any judgment of Supreme Court.
And I am also relying on judgments of the Honorable Kerala High Court and Madras High Court, my lord, on the same point.
Judgment by Madhya Pradesh.
No judgment by Madras. My lord would be the first one.
Here, let us see that.
Yes.
So for legal, you have referred the provisions.
Yes.
Let us see that.
Malams. So firstly, my lord.
So R2, according to you, is paragraph 3 of the R2 generally committed.
Which was the letter of the district Sainik welfare officer.
इसके अंदर
Lordship, I am relying on
But basically, R2 is a letter written by the district Sainik welfare officer in response to the query made by the district forest conservator. And he, in paragraphs number 3 and 4, suggests or rather concludes that the vessels of BSF are not ex-servicemen.
ये क्या भाई लास्ट लाइन पढ़िएगा इसका R2 का
as evident, the retired personnel from paramilitary forces (BSF, CRPF, etc.) are not ex-servicemen. Full stop. For further clarification on the definition of ESM, ex-servicemen, the website Kendriya Sainik Board (ksb.gov.in) can also be referred.
ये क्या देखा इसमें कुछ है क्या मटेरियल
Just not sure.
वेबसाइट लिखा है इसमें है so his letter is based on some information from
This letter is based on basically, my lord, various circulars, and at page number 5, probably that is what he is referring to, my lord.
I'm such a no, what is the object? behind it not including that. Because prima facie, BSF had everything. What is armed forces? Where from you defined it in armed forces means these force, but excluding BSF.
Lordship, there are
That's why we made this query.
Lordship, there are
Right? Intention. What is the intention behind it?
Lordship, there are various notifications of the central government wherein it has been stated where that there are definitions.
No, he referred in first manner to the detailed explanation and various amendments, clarifications issued by annexure I लगाया क्या आपने annexure I?
देखो पीछे है इसके पीछे ही है हमारा जस्ट नेक्स्ट पेज
चलिए ठीक है।
There's no way.
तिवारी आप-
Yes, yes. Well, firstly, I'll just quickly point out the facts of the case. My lord.
Yes.
On 30th of November 2006, the petitioner retired from BSF.
Yes.
That is annexure P2 at page number 16 of my compilation.
Retired from BSF.
BSF.
Date must have been
30th of November 2006. And he served for 21 years, my lord,
yes.
in BSF, my lord. And it is mentioned, my lord, in this annexure P2. He is well versed in weapon handling, fieldcraft, map reading, and has vast experience of counter-insurgency in Jammu Kashmir, Punjab, Tripura, and Rajasthan.
Yes.
My lord, on 16th of May 2008, advertisement was issued for the post of Forest Ranger, 1 Rakshak, which is annexure P3, my lord.
One Rakshak Forest Ranger.
No, 1 Rakshak, my lord.
One Rakshak. Church.
I stand corrected, probably Forest Guard.
Forest guard होना
Forest Guard. Forest Guard. हाँ, range, Forest Guard.
परिक्षेत्र अधिकारी ऐसा कुछ हो जाता है
जी, जी, जी. To be Forest Guard.
एडवर्टीजमेंट इट्स
Annexure P3, my lord, at page number 17.
yes.
The heading is वन रक्षकों की भर्ती हेतु ज्ञापन. My lord, I want to refer to paragraph number 4, which is relevant regarding this, my lord.
Yes.
May I read, my lord?
Yes. ऐसे
ऐसे अभ्यर्थी जी को जो भूतपूर्व सैनिक हो अपनी आयु में से उनके द्वारा पूर्व में की गई संपूर्ण प्रतिरक्षा सेवा की कालावधि कम करने के लिए अनुज्ञा किया जाएगा, किंतु उसके परिणाम स्वरूप जो आयु निकले उच्चतर आयु सीमा से 3 वर्ष अधिक न हो. स्पष्टीकरण. शब्द भूतपूर्व सैनिक ऐसे व्यक्ति का द्योतक है जो निम्नलिखित प्रवर्गों में से किसी एक प्रवर्ग का हो तथा जो भारत सरकार के अधीन कम से कम 6 मास की निरंतर कालावधि तक निरंतर नियोजित रहा हो तथा किसी भी रोजगार कार्यालय में अपना नाम रजिस्ट्रीकृत करवाने या सरकारी सेवा में नियोजन हेतु अन्यथा आवेदन पत्र देने की तारीख से अधिक 3 वर्ष पूर्व मितव्ययता इकाई की सिफारिश के फलस्वरूप अथवा स्थापना में सामान्य रूप से कमी किए जाने के कारण छटनी की गई हो या अधिशिष्ट घोषित किया गया हो. 1. ऐसे भूतपूर्व सैनिक जिन्हें सेवानिवृत्त रियायतों मस्टरिंग आउट कंसेशन के अधीन सेवा मुक्त किया गया हो. ऐसे भूतपूर्व सैनिक जो दूसरी बार भर्ती किए गए हो अल्पकालिक वचनबद्ध अवधि पूर्ण हो जाने पर भर्ती संबंधों की. So, the thing is that for 6 months he should have worked in the central government, and various categories of ex-servicemen have been provided. No, thereafter, in furtherance of this advertisement, the petitioner applied, and his application is annexure P4, at page number 18 of my compilation. Now, in his application form, at serial number 6, he has where there is a mention of आयु में छूट की श्रेणी.
yes.
There he mentions भूतपूर्व सैनिक, and in bracket he clarifies Border Security Force. Then, my lord, may kindly turn to page number 19, the next page, my lord. And there, my lord, at the bottom, there is a rectangular box which reads Karyalin Upyog ke liye. And there, the authorized officer has made a handwritten remark which reads, आवेदक द्वारा बीएसएफ में 22 वर्ष नौकरी की गई है तथा आवेदक की वास्तविक उम्र 49 वर्ष में से घटाने पर 27 वर्ष उम्र शेष बचती है, अतः आवेदक पात्र है. So the factum of his being retired from BSF was duly considered and benefit of age relaxation was given to him.
Yes.
Then, my lord, may kindly turn to annexure P5, which is at page number 20. This is the appointment letter, my lord. And it is categorically mentioned that Shri Banshilal Pita Godudas Chauhan, Bhutpurva Sainik. So under this category only, my lord, of ex-serviceman, he was issued this appointment letter dated 21st of August 2008.
Yes.
My lord, annexure P6
Yeah, he was treated in that category.
in the ex-serviceman category. Yes. Now, annexure P6 is from where the problem starts. My lord. This is a
Ex-army,
ex-serviceman. My lord.
Ex-serviceman.
Yes, the advertisement says ex-serviceman.
This is not ex.
Army.
No, my lord. The advertisement so has defined it as ex-serviceman, to which I will come subsequently in the rules.
Whether ex-serviceman is,
BSF is covered under ex-service.
That is the big question for this.
That is the question which is to be decided.
word is not what I thought.
Army, no.
It's not ex-defense, it is not ex-army, it's not ex-navy, it's not
Ex-service.
it's ex-serviceman. my lord.
So very white.
Right term, my lord.
It has been taken care by that judge.
No, judgment,
And there are rules of
judgment does not have, first of all, any binding authority over this honorable court. At the most, it might have a persuasive value. It is not binding precedent. And secondly, I just point out the rules.
It is clear that the word is ex-serviceman.
Ex-serviceman, my lord.
not armed person.
Yes. Then, my lord, I was referring to annexure P6, my lord. Because apart from this, my lord, I have taken a ground of Malafides also, my lord. Annexure P6, my lord, is the application which is dated 24th of November 2009. And in short, my lord, the petitioner was claiming certain seniority on the basis of his ex-serviceman status, which can be gathered from the last paragraph. अतः प्रार्थना है कि मेरी प्रार्थना पर गौर करते हुए वन रक्षक से आगामी पदोन्नति के क्रम में वरीयता सूची में मेरा नाम समाविष्ट किए जाने की कृपा हो. This was the application, my lord, of 2009. And my lord will be surprised to see that this application resulted in the cancellation of my appointment letter in 2018, just 4 days prior to my retirement, date of retirement.
Yes.
Now, my lord, subsequently what happened, my lord?
P.
P1, my lord.
24 to 2018.
इन्होंने इसी को, I'll come to that subsequently, my lord.
Yes.
Before that, just two more important facts. My lord, in 2015, the petitioner was transferred, my lord. And my lord, in a very uncalled manner, his belongings from his house were thrown out from the government accommodation allotted to him. And this action was challenged by him before this honorable court in a writ petition, my lord, which is annexure P7, my lord. My lord, his writ petition was allowed, and not only allowed, my lord, cost of rupees 50,000 was imposed on the department, my lord. The relevant portion, my lord, would find at page number 34, my lord. The second paragraph from top, my lord, on page number 34. The superintendent of police will take appropriate action within 30 days as the respondents have taken law in their own hand. The principal chief conservator forest will conduct an inquiry and shall take disciplinary action against those persons who are found guilty in evicting the petitioner forcibly. The petitioner shall also be free to file a civil suit towards the damages suffered by him. The petition stands allowed with cost of rupees 50,000 to be first paid to the petitioner by the respondent state. Later on, to be recovered from the persons who are held responsible by the principal chief conservator of forest in the matter after holding a departmental inquiry.
Yes.
This was the reason, my lord, why the petitioner has been punished in this manner.
So,
Against the same department, my lord, the senior officers, this order was passed, my lord. And now, my lord, the petitioner was due for retirement on 28th of February 2018, my lord.
28th.
February 2018. And my lord may kindly consider the conduct of the respondents that just 4 days prior to his retirement, my lord, that is on 24th of February 2018, the impugn order was passed, my lord. And his appointment, which is of the year 2009, my lord, has been cancelled. 2008, in fact, 21st August 2008 का appointment था इनका, it has been cancelled. Now, annexure P1, my lord, may kindly produce, my lord, and the reasoning given therein. Annexure P1 is at page number 12, my lord. Now, my lord, this entire action was initiated on my application that the benefit of the service benefit may be given to me. And this is how the service benefit has been given to me. The relevant portion, my lord, would find at page number 13, my lord. That is the second page of this order, my lord. And third paragraph from top, my lord. उपयुक्त दस्तावेजों का अवलोकन समिति द्वारा किया गया.
You are referring page
Page number 13 of my petition, my lord.
13.
1-3, my lord.
Yes. ऊपर.
Yes, this is the impugn order, my lord. उपयुक्त दस्तावेजों का अवलोकन समिति द्वारा किया गया.
Yes.
समिति अभ्यावेदन और अभिलेखों का परीक्षण उपरांत निम्न निष्कर्ष पर पहुंचती है. आवेदक को मध्य प्रदेश वन विभाग द्वारा जारी विज्ञापन क्रमांक 100 के द्वारा भर्ती कार्यक्रम के अंतर्गत नियुक्त किया गया. आवेदक ने उस ज्ञापन के संदर्भ में स्वयं को भूतपूर्व सैनिक श्रेणी के अंतर्गत घोषित करते हुए आवेदन प्रस्तुत किया. आवेदक के द्वारा प्रस्तुत अभिलेख में सीमा सुरक्षा बल से कार्य मुक्ति प्रमाण पत्र दिनांक 30/11/2006 प्रस्तुत किया गया है, जो कि कमांडेंट 103 बटालियन BSF के किशनगंज बिहार के द्वारा जारी किया गया है. भर्ती विज्ञापन दिनांक 16/5/2008 की कंडिका 4 में भूतपूर्व सैनिक के रूप में की गई सेवा के लिए आयु सीमा में छूट देते हुए आवेदन आयु सीमा पात्रता निर्धारित की गई थी. मध्य प्रदेश के भूतपूर्व सैनिक राज्य की सिविल सेवाओं तथा पदों तृतीय श्रेणी और चतुर्थ श्रेणी में रिक्तियों का आरक्षण नियम 1985 की धारा 2 में उल्लेखित परिभाषाओं में भूतपूर्व सैनिक के रूप में सीमा सुरक्षा बल के अंतर्गत की गई सेवाओं को शामिल नहीं किया गया है. नेक्स्ट पेज. समिति के अध्यक्ष वन संरक्षक सामान्य वन मंडल खंडवा के द्वारा पत्र क्रमांक 100 दिनांक 8/12/2017 से जिला सैनिक कल्याण अधिकारी खंडवा का पत्र प्रेषित कर सीमा सुरक्षा बल के सैनिक के भूतपूर्व सैनिक श्रेणी का होने का संबंध में जानकारी चाहिए गई थी, जिस पर जिला सैनिक कल्याण अधिकारी खंडवा के पत्र क्रमांक 100 से स्पष्ट रूप से यह उल्लेख किया गया है कि BSF के सेवानिवृत्त जवान भूतपूर्व सैनिक की श्रेणी में नहीं आते. इस संदर्भ में उनके द्वारा प्रदर्श 1 के रूप में पत्र भी प्रस्तुत किया गया है, जिसमें BSF के भूतपूर्व कर्मी को भूतपूर्व सैनिक के रूप में मान्यता नहीं है. उपर्युक्त बिंदुओं से स्पष्ट है कि आवेदक श्री बंशीलाल चौहान की नियुक्ति मध्य प्रदेश तृतीय श्रेणी अल्पकीय वर्गीय वन सेवा भर्ती नियम 2000 एवं मध्य प्रदेश भूतपूर्व सैनिक राज्य की सिविल सेवाओं तथा पदों तृतीय श्रेणी और चतुर्थ श्रेणी में रिक्तियों का आरक्षण नियम 1985 के प्रावधानों का उल्लंघन करते हुए की गई है, और यह कदाचार की श्रेणी में परिभाषित होकर आवेदक का नियुक्ति आदेश शून्य घोषित किए जाने योग्य है. आवेदक के द्वारा पदोन्नति के संबंध में की गई मांग के लिए आवेदक की सेवा में चयन का आधार ही अवैधानिक होने से किसी प्रकार का लाभ दिए जाने योग्य नहीं है. बिंदुओं के आधार पर यह समिति आवेदक श्री बंशीलाल चौहान का आवेदन दिनांक 4/11/2016 को नस्तीबद्ध करने के साथ ही नियम विरुद्ध अनाधिकारिक प्रमाण पत्रों के आधार पर सेवा में चयन किए जाने के कारण नियुक्ति निरस्त करने की अनुशंसा करती है। Accordingly, my lord, the next page, page number 15, my lord, they have reproduced आदेश। प्रकरण के निराकरण हेतु गठित की गई समिति की अनुशंसा अनुसार श्री बंशीलाल चौहान वनरक्षक की नियुक्ति नियम विरुद्ध एवं अनाधिकारिक प्रमाण पत्रों के आधार पर होने से नियुक्ति आदेश क्रमांक 100 को तत्काल प्रभाव से निरस्त किया जाता है। Now, my lord, the crux of this order is that, my lord, there are two things on which they have relied. One is the rules of 1985, and they say that under section 2, BSF has not been included in the definition of Bhutpurva Sainik. So firstly, my lord, I will come to this, my lord, how they have misinterpreted to their own benefit, my lord, to take out vengeance from the petitioner. My lord, I may be permitted to refer to these rules of 1985.
Yes.
I'll pass on a copy of the students.
Yes. Yes.
Now, these are the Madhya Pradesh ex-servicemen reservation of vacancies in the state civil services and post class 3 and class 4 rules 1985, my lord, which have been referred to by them in paragraph number 5 of the impugned order, my lord. Section 2 is about definitions, my lord. It says in these rules, unless the context otherwise requires, then, my lord, A has armed forces definition, armed forces of the union, B has disabled ex-servicemen, and C has ex-servicemen, my lord. Now, my lord, may kindly peruse C ex-serviceman. Ex-serviceman means a person who has served in any rank, whether as a combatant or non-combatant in the armed forces of the union, including the joint armed forces of the former Indian states, for a continuous period of not less than 6 months, and has been released, and so on, my lord. But the relevant portion is this, my lord, that he has served in any rank, whether as a combatant or a non-combatant in the armed forces of the union, including the joint armed forces of the former Indian states, for a continuous period of not less than 6 months. So, my lord, first of all, if my lord may kindly consider this definition, my lord. It's such a liberal definition which not only includes the armed forces of the union, but also includes the joint armed forces of the former Indian states, like, my lord, the state of Travancore, the state of Indore, the state of Gwalior, and not only combatants, but also non-combatants, like cooks, like washermen. So people like them will also be considered as ex-servicemen, my lord. Whereas the present petitioner is one who has rendered service on the borders, my lord, who has handled weapons, my lord.
But come to 2A.
Yes, my lord.
2A.
Armed forces of the union means the naval, military, or air forces of the union, and includes the armed forces of the former Indian states. Now, my lord, for this, because these rules, my lord, probably are in contravention with the Border Security Force Act, my lord.
This is straight under Article 309. For
Yes,
the
sir.
purpose of recruitment.
Yes, yes, my lord.
And if the definition of under the rules itself is clear, then why the head should be taken from the other? If the intention is that armed forces of the union means naval, military, or air forces of the and includes the armed forces of former Indian.
Well, because there is a
Other, you can be covered in the. So for naval is concerned, you are not there. Military or air forces. Military, what is difference on there?
military, my lord.
We have to read it. Military forces.
Yes, my lord.
Then interpretation come to this word. What does it mean?
From military, my lord, to my knowledge, not in these rules, my lord.
Somewhere you have to find.
Yes, my lord.
Which judgment word military?
No, Lord, sir. No, Lord, sir. No, military is not considered in that
That's
judgment.
very important. Ultimately, Because we have to interpret these definitions.
Yes, Lordship.
We are not required to take act from the BSF Act or something. What is the intent? Because it is under Article 303.
309.
We have to see what is the object.
Lordship.
If Mr. Tiwari, you can make out a case that you are covered in this military force.
Yes.
Because naval, apparently you are not.
No, never has.
Only military word, if you can find out.
I'll do some research on that, my lord.
That is,
Reserving my submissions, my lord, on another aspect. That, my lord, when there is a contradiction between these rules, my lord, and a central act, my lord, then which one would prevail, my lord, as per the constitutional scheme, my lord? Because, my lord,
it's just that,
yes,
but because both are different fields.
yes,
It's under Article 309, just to gives the
my lord, the constitution itself provides when there is a contradiction between the central and the
central and
yes,
when there is overlapping of legislation.
yes, my lord.
Lordship, for that also,
The interpretation.
Lordship, for that also, there is a notification of 4th October 2012.
आपकी कॉपी मुझे भी दे दें इसकी तो आई एम एबल टू असिस्ट दिस आउट
सर इसमें भी एक सर्विसमैन की डेफिनेशन प्रॉपर्ली दी गई, उसमें BSF is not included in that.
but not excluded also.
If not included, then what does it mean? Wherein it has been specifically mentioned that, if your lordship, but I will read it.
It's
It's the regular army and
Mr.
navy.
We can frankly accept prima facie your credential. The word BSF is
Not included.
and but question that of these three words interpretation.
Military. Lordship, it has been further clarified in this
It
notification.
is covered under the word military, BSF. Then certainly he comes within the armed forces of the and then he comes within the category of
Ex-serviceman.
ex-service.
I'll do some research on this point.
I think only that
If your lordship permit, I'll read only one definition. Your lordship, this is the notification by Ministry of Personal Public Grievances and Pensions notification of 4th of October 2012 in exercise of powers conferred by proviso to Article 309. The President hereby makes the following rules further to amend the ex-servicemen re-employment in central services and posts rules 1979, namely, point number 2, in ex-servicemen, re-employment in central civil services and post rule 1979. An ex-serviceman means a person who has served in any rank, whether as a combatant or a non-combatant in regular army, navy and air force of the Indian Union. In this word, military is not even mentioned. Regular army is mentioned.
This is regarding central civil services and post systems, my lord.
1985 notes.
Sir,
This is 1979.
state rules, but I'm referring to
Yes,
state
it is the state
rules.
So if he is referring to central, this thing, then my lord, the border security force sector is also there. my lord.
We have to interpret the state rules. That's why I said overlapping, etc. It's an entirely different field.
My lord, for a moment, kindly peruse the preamble of the Border Security Force Act.
Not to say, I think it appears, but when we go by the rules, then I have to interpret that the BSF, it would be a law, that,
My lord, complete justice will have to be.
but
Just on this academic point.
within the, not academic, but to write a judgment, I think that.
Because he served for 10 years, my lord, and 4 days prior.
Yes, exclude that.
Yes, Lord.
Doesn't appear purpose is that a person, because in army, in these forces, they get, and they have excluded those persons
Yes.
who are terminated or dismissed or that they would not come. But why to exclude
Is
is
here otherwise?
able to understand the intention.
Under submission, from my little experiences, my lord, that it is highly irrational. Because BSF stands shoulder to shoulder with army personnel, whether it is north, northeast, west, all the borders, my lord. They are posted in front, my lord. So,
When
the personnel are affiliated to army, but this would be, my lord, gross injustice to them.
just look into that.
My lord, I'll definitely.
I confine it to the argumentary one. Okay, 3 hours. Tiwari.
Rishi Tiwari.
Sir, Sri Rishi Tiwari, for the petitioner, Sri Kushal Patel, for the state. Okay. After hearing the concept of the parties, the question arises for consideration of interpretation of word electric,
Yes, madam.
electric as mentioned in row 2, small a of Madhya Pradesh ex-service man, bracket में reservation of vacancies in the state civil services and post class 3 and class 4, bracket 1, notes 1985. Police staff. The list the matter for further hearing in the week commencing 20th January 2025.
I'm great.
Yeah.
May I submit one thing? Lordship?
Yes.
If your Lordship's permit, my name may kindly be reflected. Otherwise, every morning when the case is listed, I am being informed that you have the instructions. Please argue.
Sri Kushak Jain, name of Sri Kushak Jain, government be reflected in the constitution.
I'm okay.
Deputy government. Yes, correct. Yeah, you have got another copy. If number
Lordship, I have a copy. I have a copy.
Yes, any. Good papers.